Hey folks, welcome to Fyreflye's Follies. I hope you enjoy the video today. If you do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. And if you have not subscribed yet, I hope that you will and that you'll stick around for a while. So today I am going to be canning up some taco filling. And to get started, I've got half a chub of ground beef. I'm going to get it into my biggest stock pot and I'm going to let it start cooking, and I'll continue to break it up as it cooks. So there's not much to see for this particular portion of it. I just thought I would show you how I get it started. And I just break it up into a couple of chunks to start with and drop it down in there. So once this has cooked up, I will bring you back. So I have browned, drained, and rinsed 5 pounds of ground beef, and I chopped up a couple of onions and sauteed them in. And now I am going to add 5 packets of taco seasoning. I normally like to use my own, but I am out and I don't have everything that I need to make it. I'm also out of cumin. So I'm going to get these in and I'm going to add the water that goes with them, and then I'm going to let this simmer for probably about 10 minutes or so. I have my jars in the dishwasher. They're sanitized and warm. And I have my canner set up over here with water in it, but the water is hot, but it's not on yet. When I get ready to start jarring this up, I will move my canner over to this burner and turn it on so that it can get good and hot before I put my jars in. The water that's in it is hot. It's on low. It's just not as hot as I would like it to be when I put my jars of hot food in. And I'm also going to add some water in just to mix this all in really good. And I'm going to let this simmer for probably 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to put the lid back on just because it's such a big batch. I like to simmer it a little longer than I would if I were just doing a pound or a half pound. And then when I'm ready to start filling my jars, I can move the canner over to this burner where I like to can. The other one is a little close to the wall. So I can move the canner over here once I get my jars filled. So I'm going to let this go for probably 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to turn it down on low and let it just simmer for a few minutes. Okay, I let my taco filling simmer for about 15 or 20 minutes, and again I have my canner over here sitting just on low, and I'm going to move it over once I get all my jars filled. And I am canning in half pints. It is just me. Most of my casserole recipes call for 1 pound of ground beef, and when I do a half, I only need a half a pound of ground beef or a half a pound of taco filling. And it just happens to work out that right at half a pound is a half a pint. So I'm going to go ahead and get these started. I'm going to fill them up to about a 1-inch headspace. And of course I'm going to overfill the first few. And then I will debubble and pack them down a bit and add any liquid from the pan that is left. And because I'm doing a John Wayne casserole tomorrow night, I'm going to keep out about a cup for that. So I'm going to go ahead and set that over there. So now I have just a plain paper towel and some plain white vinegar. I'm going to clean the rims, and I'm going to put the lids and rings on. I'm going to go fingertip tight. Alright, so I am going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to move my canner over. I'm going to get these in the canner. I'm going to bring it up to steam, and once it's up to steam, I will let it vent for 10 minutes. Once that 10 minutes is up, I will put the weight on and I will let it come up to pressure. These are going to process for 75 minutes. Half pints and pints for meat times is 75 minutes. If I were doing pint and a half or quart, I would do 90 minutes. So I'm going to get all of this cleaned up a bit, get everything moved over and get them processed. Once they are done, I will shut off the heat, let them come down off of pressure naturally. And once they've come off of pressure, I'll take the lid off and let them sit for about 5 minutes or so. Once I'm ready to take them out, I will bring you back and show you how they turned out. Okay, I brought everything up to steam and I let it vent for 10 minutes, and then I put the weight on and I brought it up to pressure and I let it process for 75 minutes, and then it's come down off of pressure, and I took the lid off, and the lid's been off for 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm going to start taking these out. I've been hearing them seal. And these turned out absolutely beautiful. It's just taco filling. Quick, easy ingredient. It's great for nachos, it's great for tacos, it's great for casseroles. And it makes it very easy. It's just me, when I make a casserole, I cut the recipe in half. Almost every casserole calls for 1 pound of ground beef that you mix with taco seasoning if it's a taco style casserole. This just gives it to me on the shelf ready to eat. And I can open a jar, pour it over some chips, add some sour cream, some cheese, some guacamole, and I have nachos ready to go. Now, I'll leave these sitting here until sometime tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll come back and I will take off the rings, I will check the seals, I will wash the jars, label them, and put them in my pantry. And it's good in the pantry as long as the seal holds. I The last jar that I opened was from 2019. This is 2021. It was about 2.5 years old, and it was delicious. Tasted just as good as the day that I canned it. I really hope that you enjoyed the video today. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. And if you have not subscribed yet, I hope that you will and that you'll stick around for a while. If you hit the notification bell, YouTube should notify you when I upload a new video based on your settings. Y'all, thank you so much for watching today. Y'all have a great day.